The problem is, if you don't understand those languages, you're lost. And even if you learn this language, to read poetry is not very easy. I work, therefore, with experimental poetry. Experimental poetry wants to liberate poetry from the tyranny of the language. Poetry existed before language existed. So let us go back to our roots, the universality of sounds. There are many different kinds of experimental poetry. I have worked with visual poetry. That means you express the poetry with pictures, probably some words that are not words, they are objects. You know the name concrete poetry is a type of visual poetry. So when you make a visual poem, it doesn't matter you are Chinese, Danish, or South American, you will understand, based on your background, the meaning of this poetry. You have also tactile poetry. I have made some work with tactile poetry where you are feeling. You will make a wall, you will cover, you cannot see, and then you start touching and activate your feeling and touching, and this is tactile poetry. Today I will talk about sound poetry. Sound poetry. And what is sound poetry? It's a poetry that the only input is the sounds you're hearing. And it has been there for many thousands of years. If there is little wind, you can hear that the bushes and trees start making some noise, and you sit out there, close your eyes, and you can listen this rustle of the trees. This is poetry. Somebody is calling to me, this is poetry. The poetry that I love is going to the beach early in the morning, sit down, and close your eyes and listen to the sea, the ocean. Just close. And these sounds can be very different. As you are here in Samsø, actually it's very quiet. As you are in Peru with the Pacific Ocean that is not very Pacific, the sounds are more violent actually. This is a kind of meditation. My family is coming from the north of Peru. There is a town called Chanchan. This was a desert. The local people fetch water from the Andes through fantastic engineering work of channels. But all buildings were made of clay. It never rained, so you can put clay. And I was there with my daughter visiting. They are reconstructing this thing. And it was a fantastic place where from the sound of the oceans, the sound will be canalized through some pipes actually, and then there is a room where you can lay there and get massage in your brain with these sounds that's coming. This is incredible to experience that. And so you don't need pills, you don't need nothing. You just lay down as you are stressed or you have a headache. After half an hour, you got away and you are ready for fight. And this is, I had some chants. Meditation. You know, there are many forms for meditations. The one, meditation in a group, usually you will have a sound. I love the meditation where you make Satanama. I don't know if you have tried that, but this is a meditation where you repeat the words Satanama. Each word has a meaning. For in the Hinduist Buddhism, they can make a talk about the meaning of this Satanama. na, ma. It doesn't matter in some poetry. I like the sound. And when you are together, this is a fantastic experience just to do sa, ta, na, ma. My daughter is practicing, and when she said, Father, sa, ta, na, ma, then I'm running and we start sa, ta, na. I do it, I enjoy very much this. This is, for me, sound poetry. Another area of sound poetry is what is called onomatopoeia. In Danish, it's the same, onomatopoeia. In French, it's the same. These onomatopoeic words are words that, when you tell it, implies the object or the thing that works with. For instance, if I say, meow, it doesn't matter which language you talk, you are thinking one animal that in Spanish we call el gato, and you call it a cat. And probably the Chinese or the Africans will think of the same animal. And this is, then I love onomatopoeic poems. I have one here. Let us see. I saw a very nice cat. I called him cat. He did not answer, and I called him meow, and he was coming to me. I have an onomatopoeic poem that says like this. Oh, bzz, bzz, quack, quack. Meow, hee, bee, kikiriki, cluck, cluck, quack, quack, crick, crick, wow, wow. And you can continue. Or you can, it doesn't matter which language you talk, you understand what I'm talking about. And another sound, every language has some sounds that are difficult for foreigners. It took a long time here in Denmark to learn to say and even now it's not perfect. My children say it's not correct yet. In Spanish language, we have a word, and if you listen to a foreigner who's reading and tell me carro, they say carro, 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 you are missing something. And this is very important because some people have extremely difficult to say this word, especially Chinese people. If you say curro, they will say culo. And culo means ass. So this not, and carro means a car. So, and you can see, if you have a lot of text with all this and a Chinese reading, you will get a complete misunderstanding of this thing. To help you, I have written a poem that is called Err. There are many words in this, Err. And, oh, somebody stole my poem. It was here in the morning, but error. Anyway, I can tell you without the whole. Revolución, rojo, guerra, roto, rosa, tarro, tierra, carro, trigo, and so on. Fantastic word. You know, in Spanish, in the Iberian area, Arabs has been there for 700 years. They colonized Spain. So in the Spanish language, there are many Arabic words. What is interesting, many of these words are also in English, in Danish, and so on. So I have collected some words from Arabic language that is Spanish, but the origin is Arabic. This is called Arab poem. azafrán, azúcar, café, jarra, limón, lima, naranja, orange, jirafa, tobacco, alcohol, algebra for the mathematicians, algoritmo, dado, guitarra is there, máscara, tarea. All those are actually Arabic words. So we should thank very much to Arabic people for that fantastic contribution to our language. One thing that is very important for sound poetry is phonetics. You can have the same word, but the way how you are pronouncing it can change the meaning. You can say thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And this is a different expression with different meanings. In Danish is a very special language. You say tak, mange tak, and suddenly you can say tusen tak. So you make a very big jump. You don't do that in Spanish. You never say, no, mil gracias. Oh, they will kill you. And this phonetics is a very important thing. Is the Chinese language is probably the language who have more phonetic meanings. That means you can have a word and depending how you sell it, change the meaning. I have one example that I like very much. It is composed of one word, S-H-I, and you pronounce it as sure, sure. Depending how you tell it, the meaning of the word will change. And here I have a poem written by a Chinese linguist that is composed of 91 words. All of them are these three words, is, I, sure. But the story is a little complicated. I will first read it in Chinese. Somebody can Chinese here? No, thank you very much. So you cannot correct my pronunciation. And read it now. Listen carefully. The phonetics. Shi shu shi chu chu. Shu shu chi chi shu. Chu chu chi. Chi chi chu chu chi. Oh, sorry. Chi. Shi shu shu chi chu chi. Chi shi shi. Shu chi chu chi chi chi. Chu chu chi chi. Chi chi. Chu chu chi. Chu chi chu chi. Oh, chi chu chi chu chu chi. Oh, chu chi. Chu. I hope you understood the meaning of the poem, but the meaning is a little complicated. The title of the poem is Lion Eating Poet in the Stone Den. The poet's name is Sure, is H-I. And the story that I just read and now I translated to English is, in a stone, there was a poet, Sure, who was a lion addict and had resolved to eat 10 lions. He often went to the market to look for lions. At 10 o'clock, 10 lions had just arrived at the market, and at that time, she had just arrived at the market. He saw those 10 lions, and using his trusty arrow, caused the 10 lions to die. He brought the corpses of the 10 lions to the stone. Then the stone was damp. He asked his servant to wipe it. After the stone then was whipped, he tried to eat those 10 lions. When he ate, he realized that those 10 lions were in fact 10 stone lions. This is the end. And all this story is told only with one word, sure, but with different phonetics. It's good. I don't want to learn Chinese anyway. Thank you very much.
Victor Vidal.